Let's take a look at spatial analysis. Over the past week in our lessons on QGIS, we've really focused on the basics, how to get your data onto the map and how to display that information. Now, in this week, we're going beyond that, just that visual display or visual inspection. We are going to use spatial analysis to look for relationships between our data. We can look for relationships or information within our data set. And this information or these outputs that come from looking at those relationships can help us influence policy, make decisions, or just better understand our community. For example, in your geospatial lab this week, you'll be looking at California counties. I'll be looking at population density of those California counties because we want to know where in California do we have low population density and relationship between, I should say, where do we have a relationship between, what is the relationship between population density and access to hospitals or fire stations, and also where in the state of California we have maybe some deficits in those areas. So this is really the most powerful part of GIS, our ability to overlay data and actually pull information that about that data that goes beyond just what we can see with our eyes. There'll be a special focus in your lab exercise on a couple different geoprocessing tools. So we'll be looking at buffers and different kinds of overlays. There also will be a focus on querying your data. Querying your data is the simplest form of spatial analysis. So it's nothing fancy, it's just asking your data a question. You'll get some more hands-on time in QGIS to explore your attribute tables and to learn how to write queries in QGIS about either stuff on the attribute table, so which counties have the lowest population density, or something about the location of the data. How many hospitals fall within a certain distance of fire stations, or how many hospitals are within a certain distance of the state capitol building. So it's learning that the real power in this tool comes from not just displaying the data, but being able to investigate it a little bit more, to ask questions and to get some answers. It may be another challenging week if you didn't enjoy working on QGIS, but think of it instead of a challenge as an opportunity to learn more. The chapter exercise is really going to show you how to, is really going to reinforce some of the skills you learned last week, and then develop even more by looking into queries. There are a couple pages in this module that, in the Canvas module itself, that go into detail about spatial analysis tools, things like overlay, buffer, as well as queries, and specifically how to write queries in QGIS. So if those aren't clear, or you just need a little bit more explanation of what's in the textbook, definitely check back there. If you have any questions, you can always post in the Q&A forum or post on Pronto. But I look forward to seeing the maps that you create this week.